The bomb could go down here as Lato, he made his way back towards Guardian. He's gonna get mollied up. That is perfect grenade usage. He even manages to find the first though from this position, which is kind of impressive. Lias will take him down onto the 4 versus 4. The retake is on. There isn't a defuse kit available, although Taco has a smoke and 2 flashes, which could help him. There's the smoke to obscure the vision towards long, but Bentet walking in through it. And Bentet, he's gonna have them wrapped from behind. Kills going left, right, and center. Bentet with a double on the P250 Jumaldo to fire back in Bentet. He needs to go for the 1 versus 2. Bentet on the 4K doesn't quite connect with the second, but is there enough time? I think there is more than enough. Jumao shutting down Bentet on 4 HP and denying. The B-side wrap is on. There's the counter smokes. But let's see for how long can they hold this B-bomb side. But Taco going through the smoke with the flash, getting the triple. Bentet though, fire back with 2 on his own, and now Phelps needs to stand his ground. Phelps needs to find at least 1, but Lee has to shut him down. And despite of the 3K from Taco, the tables have turned, but they have the bomb towards middle. Bentet and Lias, they need to find 2 more. Bentet tagged, but Lias, he's down to only 10 HP. That's gonna be such a hard take of the bomb for the T's as Lato, he's gonna peek and take the head off Lias. Bentet with 1 in return. And yet again, we have it. The same situation from the pistol. But this time, Jumao has the HP advantage. And yet again, he wins the 1 versus 1 against Bentet to finish things off. Is that gonna be the case here, EXTREMUM? They might as well just go for the full 5-man execute towards short. There's the grenades coming in through. There's the flash, and that's gonna be the full short execute. 5 players towards it. Jumao from ramp, he's gonna be the first line of defense. Goes for the first. There's the refrag from Jacob. 4 versus 4 now as Taco. He's on the same position. Taco peeks in, gets the first, gets the second. Taco with such a cute play continues to aggress. Bentet finally shutting him down. Now the 2 versus 3 is on. Gratisfaction with the AWP up close. Lato coming on top. And Bentet, once again, he needs to try and clutch, but look at that from Barton. He's not gonna even leave him a chance. And GODSENT, they make it for EXTREMUM, getting it is long where Lato will have to stand his ground. 3 players in front of him, and they're gonna go out on contact. They're not even gonna try and use any grenades. And that is so smart. Lato had no idea. Lias now will take him down as Jacob will fire back on Jumao, and this might as well just be the safe call from the side of GODSENT. They have no money almost on their side to go for this retake. It's 3 versus 5, and as much as they would want to go for it, well, keeping those 3 guns is just vital to have a substantially better buy round in the upcoming one. They might try to go for exits and harm the economy of the T's though, as they know that EXTREMUM don't have a lot of money to work with on their side as well. But Gratisfaction is gonna take down Phelps. They don't take a single point of damage. Well, now they do to the bomb. GODSENT on the reset potential, but they will need to win this one as well. Yet again, making their way fast out middle. Last time they did that, Taco denied them with a triple kill with the MP9, and Barton, he's ready for it. Goes for the first, goes for the second, and just like that, Lias, bye-bye, as Barton continues. Insane 3K bomb has been dropped once again, and this is the second time that EXTREMUM have been completely denied towards middle, but not before Azur takes down 2. Let's not ride him out of this one just yet, but Azur, he will need the ace here if he wants to cement the victory. Finds himself a 3rd. 24 seconds to work with. 3K under his name so far, as the B-side is completely open for business, but Lato, he's not gonna let him cross. That's gonna be 5 on the board for GODSENT EXTREMUM. GODSENT, they allow EXTREMUM to go out middle, but this time that's not gonna be the commitment. This time, this is just a fake. It's gonna be the A-side split as Lato goes for the fully blinded spray down through the smoke, taking down Jumao to add on to that. Jacob with 1, but it won't make a difference as Taco is there to fire back. And EXTREMUM, they're just getting completely annihilated no matter what they try. It doesn't matter where they go, they're just getting deleted from the map. Gratisfaction now in the 1 versus 4, misses the initial no-scope, and Phelps is gonna punish him. 6-1, EXTREMUM, they're gonna allow the bomb, they're just gonna be happy to play the retake. No map control whatsoever for the T's, and they need to aggress. They need to go for fights. Taco takes down Gratisfaction. 5 versus 4 now. All 4 T's pinched towards short. They need to find something. They're completely out of position, and Dumao, he's gonna start picking them apart. Phelps and Barton to add on to that, and that's it. Just like that. Extremum, they get the bomb. They get the side. It's initial shot. Tackle there to support with the flash. Phelps as well. Phelps, he's gonna find the first 2 mouse to trap towards Scar. Phelps gets one more, but Azur is there with the refrag. Tackle though to take down Azur, and now Bentet left in the 1 versus 2. Only 26 HP to work with. There's the flash. Goes for the initial peek. Doesn't quite connect. Goes for the repeat. Now 13 HP left. Goes for it. Gets the first headshot. Bentet now onto the 1 versus 1. Can he find the second? No. Barton to shut him down. And GODSENT, they make it 8. Extremum, no matter what they try. Taking their time. Waiting to bait out some utility. And now the execute will come through. There's the smoke, there's the flashes, but look at that from Barton! The spam through the smoke gets down 3. Jacob finally to fire with 1 in return, but in the meantime, Taco, he's gonna shut down Azur towards middle, and Jacob, well, there is nothing that this man could do in this situation. It's too hard of a clutch to ask from him. Gets down the first, but that's gonna be everything. Dumao shut him down. That is just absolutely phenomenal from the side of GODSENT. Now they're gonna go for the late long re-aggression. Peeking before the flash though is Dumao, but Taco is there to back him off. Leto with a quick double, and yet again the bomb is in control of GODSENT. Extremum just completely denied, but in the meantime, Jacob, he's gonna shut down Barton still though. They're in control of the bomb. Bentet not entirely sure. And for Extremum, this is a really hard situation. Not only they need to find all 2 players and pick up the bomb, they don't have a lot of time, which will pressure them. They won't be so cautious in checking any angles. Leto playing the off angle, goes for the fight, doesn't quite get it, and Phelps now in the 1 versus 2. Gets down the first, gets down the second, Phelps! Are you kidding? The 1 versus 2, both headshots. There's the flash. Azur going to regress towards middle, takes down Dumao. Good enough for now, but still the 2 versus 2 is on as Jacob, he's gonna whip the shots, but Gratisfaction with the 1 tap, and finally a clutch goes in the way of Extremum. They make it to Dumao to find the opening onto Azur. There's the flash towards middle. Phelps dodges it. Goes for the first, goes for the second. Lias there to refrag. Down to the 3 versus 4. There's the peek from Xbox from Gratisfaction. Some Spider-Man action there, and Barton, he's more than happy to get the first kill here. Lias fails to go for the recovery. 2 versus 4 is on Bentet and Lias, all alone as GODSENT. They're looking forward to making it 12. No grenades, no nothing. Even if they have the AKs, is that gonna be enough? Now that Bentet finds the first, Elias finds the second, it might be just enough. As Bentet, he's left into the 1 versus 2, but Leto and Barton are there with the shutdown, and the GODSENT, just like that, they make it 12. To 3, GODSENT looking forward to cement their victory here on the map choice of Extremum and putting up an upset. Making their way out of middle where GODSENT Lias falling back, but there's a 4-man setup from Extremum towards that B side. Lias, what a first kill that was. That was a nasty headshot, but in the meantime, Barton making his way out of tunnels, and they spot the players here. There's gonna be the full B rush from the side of GODSENT. 2 players making their way out of tunnels as Azur, he's there for the shutdown, and so far, Extremum, they have been looking perfect on the CT side pistol. Gratisfaction spotting the player Dumao, who managed to take down Azur. Still, it is not an impossible round to go for. There's the dink onto Gratisfaction. Extremum, they need to be careful. If they win this one, they might be in for a lot of trouble. Kills going left, right, and center. center, and now the 1 versus 1. Jumao against Bentet. Bentet once again in a 1v1, needs to clutch it, and indeed he does clutch it for his team. Extremum shut him down now, the 4 versus 4, but the aggression from Bentet, it might be just everything. Hazard with 1, Phelps on the refrag. Bentet goes for the damage through the door, and the B-split is on. Jacob though still standing his ground. Phelps will refrag. So far kills going left, right, and center, but now Phelps with everything left to do. He won one of these in the first half, but needs to go for the 1 versus 2 yet again. Dodges the flash. Phelps gets himself the first. Now the 1 versus 1. Bentet on the other side. Phelps will connect the headshot. And oh my goodness, what is that from Phelps? Team game leader. Hazard, what could he possibly do? Finds the first, not quite a second, as the refrags are just going in for the T's. Barton from the backstab will take down Bentet. Now both players, they're trapped towards CT, but there is no smoke to cross, so they will have the chance to fight. But, well, for Jacob, the Max 7 from that range isn't the perfect weapon. Only left with pistols. Bomb will go down, and for Extremum, this round shouldn't have any way going their way. Jacob going for the P, gets the headshot on the Phelps. But still, long range Max 7. Well, Jacob, he has to play with the USP. Oh, but there's the double peek. Jacob actually lands the headshot. That is so dangerous now. Mao finds the first, finds the second. And GODSENT once again on the back of a 1 versus 2 clutch. And this is tilting. This is tilting. It was always someone's brilliance, individual brilliance from the side of GODSENT to deny Extremum completely. There's the eco stack towards that B side. This might get dangerous actually, but Lado is more than happy to farm some eco frags here. As now it's only left to Bentet, finds himself the first onto Lado, but not quite the second, as Barton is gonna shut him down. 15-5, GODSENT. GODSENT still hoping that they will get the chance to punish any aggression, and this split doesn't look that far-fetched at this point. There's the fake towards short. Taco punishes Azur. Lias is there to fire back. Now 2 players towards that B side. Jacob, he's gonna make... He has to stand his ground as Lias. He's gonna fall to Phelps, but Jacob has such a strong position. Goes for the first. Needs to find a second here. Jacob, he will find a second. And Phelps, he's gonna fall to Gratisfaction. Extremum. So they're gonna go for the boost. There's the B, Gratisfaction, gets the tag, not the fractal. Jumao take him down, and now they explode towards short. Azur takes down the first, gets Neko to the second. Azur continues, doesn't connect. As Phelps is there to fight back this HE though, it will cancel the... Oh, it doesn't actually cancel the plant somehow. Jacob short on the retake, whiffing the initial shots, finally taking care of Lato. Now down to the 3 versus 3 as Jacob, he continues, finding himself a second. Both Taco and Jumao heavily attack, but Jacob as well, as he will find his third, and Taco now left in the 1 versus 3. He should have no chances whatsoever. Bentet shutting him down. That's gonna be 7. At this point though, still Extremum not being able to build up a sustainable economy. Still their buy rounds aren't that bad. Nazar, he's gonna take down the first, but Phelps with the double spray down, taking down to Bentet. Finally, fire back, goes for the third, doesn't find it. Lado and Taco continue, and now it's only left to Lias, just like that, in the 1 versus 2. As he's gonna spot the first in Lias, he will fall to Barton. Ladies and gentlemen, GODSENT, they take the map pick of Extremum on Dust 2. And now, falls back, but that was only the fake. It's gonna be the A-side execution, and it works out perfectly. Bump will go down, but where do you go from here? They need to push into lobby. They need to find something to work with on that retake. And indeed, they have found something, but Azur will do the same as he'll take down Phelps. 5 versus 4 now. As the retake is on, Taco with 1. Taco with the second. Lias and Jacob and Bentet to shut them down though. And Jumao left in a 1 versus 3. Bentet covering his position, going for the peak. Jumao needs to find O3 and Bentet. He's gonna shut him down. 1-0 in favor of Extremum, as nades are just vital for the CTs. If you don't have the initial molly smokes, it's nearly impossible to stop a push or even to go for a retake after, as early man advantage will go in favor of the T's. There's the re-aggression from Gratisfaction, needs to be careful. Lado is there with the refrag. Now into the 3 versus 4. Lias, he's all alone towards that A-bomb side. The first locked in. Bented. Suppose the player is going inside of main, and Lias, you should have this one. For GODSENT, that has been a phenomenal round so far. Taking down 3 players and getting the bomb down. And Leto even manages to take down Bented. Now this has become a problem for EXTREMUM. Now Jacob needs to go for the 1 versus 2. Suppose the first anticipates the position of the second, but now he is there with the refrag. And on 1, Jumao, he's gonna find Bented. Jacob needs to stand his ground, goes for the peak, but Jumao to double up. Now 1 versus 3, but that's the bomb. Lias manages to win the fight. 73 HP to work with, but Taku is there with the shutout. That's gonna be 2 on the wrap from Silo, but Azar is ready for him. Man advantage now in favor of the CTs as Phelps. He has the angle for the ace, gets down the first. Phelps goes for the second. And just like on Dust 2, Phelps, he is in for some multi-kill fun. 4 versus 3. Is he gonna be able to get down the second? He's all alone though. He commits to it. He white peaks, wants the fight, but Lado is gonna shut him down. There's the recommitment from Gratisfaction as well. 2 versus 3. Flashes go through it. Retake is on. As Barden, he's gonna fall. Now the 2 on 2, both teams. Now he's gonna tap it a second time. He doesn't stick it though, and GODSENT, they know. This is so smart. Phelps, he peeks, takes down Gratisfaction. Bented to fire back, but Bented, what could he possibly do? He has no time, and EXTREMUM, they're completely outplayed. This is such a ballsy call from GODSENT. They don't buy the bait. Azar, he's gonna take down the first, and now Lias with everything to do. He needs to stand his ground towards side. Takudo is fast on the refrag as Phelps. He's gonna continue. Bented to shut him down. Jumao to fire back onto Azar. And the 2 versus 3 is on. Bented waiting for the molly. He's gonna deploy the one-way smoke towards heaven, and he's gonna get flashed from Jacob to try and fight. Flashes himself, and at this point, do you even go for it if you're EXTREMUM? Well, they will go for it, utilizing the one-way. There's the spray from Lado. It is messy. Taco gets taken down by Bented as well, and now Jumao needs to go for the clutch. And EXTREMUM, Gratisfaction, quick to make his way into secret with the AWP. And Jacob holding the off angle from Garage. That is a perfect position from Jacob, as Lias is there to shut down Taco. And just like that, GODSENT, they found themselves in a 2-man disadvantage. As Jumao, he's gonna fire back, but Gratisfaction with 1 as well. Barden to shut down Azar. 2 versus 3 now. This time it's in favor of the Brazilian side. And EXTREMUM, they're looking better. If they manage to keep 3 players alive here, that's gonna be perfect as well. Bented to shut him down with Heaven control, and EXTREMUM, they found their way back into it, as it's messy from Barden, but it works. Gratisfaction with the headshot on the AWP. Lato on the refrag. Jacob missing the refrag, just barely. Goes for the re-aggression, just the flash, gets the kill. Needs to stick the bomb, doesn't have a kid. And GODSENT, just like that, they make it 6. And they make EXTREMUM lose 4 members. Now, utility is heavily lacking. He doesn't have a single molly to work with. He's gonna find the peak. Phelps opening the door, goes for a double with Lado. And just like that, the tables have turned. There's a smoke towards single door to obscure the vision. And this retake, even though they have a defuse kit, it's gonna be a hard one. Still, they have a smoke. They have now a molly in Lias, who's picked it up from the floor. 3 flashes. It is surely not an undoable one. But can they find it? Positions from the side of GODSENT are just really strong. There's the off angle. Lias finds the first. That's huge. Deploys the molly towards start, which will bait out the peak. And Lias and Jacob, they managed to make it work. Perfectly played. Perfectly isolated 1 versus 1s. And GODSENT, they're caught completely out of position. EXTREMUM make it 5 on the board. Is he gonna overcommit? Is he gonna peek into the crosshair of the player behind vents? They need to time this one really well, GODSENT, in order to work. And they're gonna time it. There's the push from main and from heaven, and every single kill going in the way of GODSENT. The refrag is on point, and now the 2 versus 3 yet again. Lias and Bented this time, or rather Gratisfaction and Bented. They need to make it work. Extremum forced into a retake. Gratisfaction. That's a nice beginning. Takes down the head of Jumao, but now the double peek will come in through towards main, and Bented, he has no chance to react to it whatsoever. Gratisfaction not quick enough to react to Lado. That's going to be 7-7 as the Brazilians' refrags have been clinical for the side of GODSENT. Although Extremum, they're so dangerous on these retakes. I really feel like Extremum are even better on the retaking than they are on just simply holding. They have such a good communication, but at this point, Barden, when he's just running and killing you through smokes, what can you possibly do? What could communication change? Jacob, he's gonna find himself one. By some miracles, still alive, but Jumao is gonna punish him. And by the looks of it, ladies and gents, unless, of course, Gratisfaction and Beta decide to go huge here, this is gonna be an 8th round for the side of GODSENT. There's the one-way, there's the flashes coming through. Taco will pick up the first, Taco will follow up, and that's gonna be 8 on the board for GODSENT. Extremum, they were pretty sick at going for the retakes. They do manage to put up a pretty decent high, but in the end, Extremum slowing down, going towards that outside explosion with the flashes, with the smoke. They're gonna try and cross towards Secret, which is so dangerous. Bard and Phelps, they're just picking him apart. And Extremum going outside against the USPs. Such a ballsy call, but so far it doesn't work. Although Bented, he's gonna find himself one, and they have one player who's already towards that A bomb side, that's Liaz, but the bomb is yet to be retrieved, and the USPs from such a long distance could be tricky to deal with. As Bented, he's gonna find one, but Lato to shut down Liaz, and now Bented needs to find all kills here into this round. Onto the ace, 1 versus 2 clutch for him. And Taco, he's there with the shutdown. GODSENT, they make it 9. As Jumao, he's already hot on his heels, and all this off angle from him. And he's gonna hold, he's not gonna peek into it. This is so smart from Jumao. They're ready for it though. Does a lot of damage. Look at the HP on the side of Extremum, but somehow they're still alive. Somehow the bomb will go down. As Taco now with the MP9, he's gonna be so dangerous. If they had an HE, if they had a molly here, GODSENT, that could have won them the round, but 3 players to find, and the crossfire, this is gonna be the worst nightmare of GODSENT. As they're though peeking into it, and this gives them a chance. There's the first, Lado pause the second, has an idea on where the third is. Gets the kill, Lado knows where he is. Did he have a kid though? Yes, he has, but time is running low. Taps the bomb, waiting for the peek, trying to bait it out, and Lado takes the headshot. Does he have time though? It's gonna be a close one. Lado, yes he does, and GODSENT somehow they win it. That was lightning fast from Lado. I want to see the retake is on. Not a lot of grenades though on the T side to try and delay that. Only the 1 Molotov, and now they don't have anything. Only 4 flashes for the T's, but they need smokes, they need mollies in this scenario. Look at that from Lado. He just goes for the spam and tags down Gratisfaction. Now the retake will come through, but Jacob finding the first Phelps to fire back. Answer with the refrag. There's the kill from Lado. Kills going left, right, and center. And now we're on to the 2 versus 2 as Lado wandering around the side. Barden is gonna find one. Barden with the second, and just like that, GODSENT, they make it work. Once again, both teams. Mollies, smokes, flashes. There is it. There's the opening of the door. Now they will explode. Now, Lado goes for the peek. Takes down one. But one is not good enough. Barden as well. Refrags. Just on point for the T's. This is perfect, but Taco finally strikes from heaven. Phelps as well. And GODSENT, they're not even gonna play the retake. They're gonna take the side before the bomb gets down. Well, it's do or die. 8-14. They have a big mountain to climb, as well as they had on Dust 2, but this time it is all or nothing. Of course, if they lose this one, they're not out of the tournament just yet. They'll have one more chance to qualify for the playoffs, but still they don't want to be playing one more. And Phelps and Lado, they're gonna start things off in a pretty convincing fashion. As Barton, it is messy, but it works. He's gonna finish things off with a third. Barton being curious towards Hut. And Phelps, he's gonna catch Azar off guard. There's the smokes getting deployed. There's the mollies. Still Phelps, he's gonna find even a second towards outside. How is that even possible? And Lado, he's gonna shut down Gratisfaction. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final nail in the coffin. Bented in a 1 versus 5. All that's left. GODSENT, they will qualify. They make their way to the playoffs in a 3-1 fashion in the Swiss system. In the snow, sweet snow, as they close things out in a pretty convincing fashion. Anything but